making the story up. ChatGPT seems to know us better than we do. I kicked Jenny's ass. Jenny kicked my ass. It's funny. That's originally why we came on the algorithm. Escape real life, come online, discuss issues, discuss topics, laugh, play games, whatever. And now it's like become real life. You have to do other shit to escape this shit. Because the people like Samantha and Sammy Sourdog who think that they're the be all end all, meanwhile they hide and go on private the minute you call them out on their bullshit. That's when you know you've won. I love the story time. I love it. I've missed a lot of it. Like I can't sit there all day and listen to it, but um, I know that she said she's going to upload them, and I know Alder's into it, and he wants to put like a plot twist together. Sorry, yes, I'm winded. You get winded easily when you have pneumonia and do even the smallest tasks. So, yeah, I find it fun. Like I said, I don't find it harmful. Yeah, it is easy to go back. I think Lisa Bella said she's going to upload them, and Spicy Turtle has uploaded a couple as well. I am on private. I've been on private for a couple years due to a venomous spider, and that's for my safety. Like I have a restraining order still. Like fuck off, guys. I'm not doing it because someone called me out. You call me out about something, I hop into a live and I'm like, yo, right here. I'm right here. Say it to my face. But I definitely don't just go on private because someone called me out on something that they're right about. We're all Yahtzees and pedos, right, Sammy Sourdog? You don't get to go around throwing accusations like that. You should know better with a master's in criminology. You don't get to do that. I hope your lab manager or something has a talk with you today and says, like, lady, you need some help. Maybe break off TikTok for a bit should be suggested. I don't know. We've all done it. It's not a bad thing to take a break. You didn't even take a break when your mom was in the hospital. I don't judge with how people deal with shit, but I mean, if that was me, I'm just saying if it was me, immune compromised, which I am, ask Dylan. I wore a mask. I was on antibiotics when I went to go see him. I still went and saw him. Because you know what? I didn't know when I'd see him next. But that's just me. I know if that was my mom, then go ahead and chew my head off, Sammy. If that was my mom, I wouldn't leave her bedside, but that's just me. But I've experienced loss in my life. I most certainly would not be on an application for 12, 16, 18 hours a day trying to stir the fucking pot while hoping for my mother's speedy recovery. That's not very good karma. Hi, JD.
Hello.
Sorry, I had a coughing fit. I had to mute. How are you doing?
I'm not too bad. I just popped, so I'm in the right attitude to talk to people now. Had to make sure I had a coffee and a joint in me first.
Perfect. Well, coffee is always a good idea. Always.
Oh wait, yes, yeah. It keeps me in a better mood. Keeps everybody safe around me.
How was your family day? What'd you do?
I went ice fishing. Yeah,
Did you?
nothing too exciting. Yeah, we got a shack out on the lake, so it's nice to just go out there and turn on the little diesel heater, and I just played on my tablet while you fished. But yeah, it was nice to be outside.
Nice. Good, good. What's the temp there?
Minus 30.
Yeah, it's cold. Yeah.
Yeah, actually, we're supposed to warm up tomorrow, I think, which will be so nice. I'm so sick of winter. Like this winter has been really bipolar. I don't know if it's like that in Alberta, but it's like 1 week minus 30, and then it's like plus five. Minus
Yeah.
30, plus five. I'm like, what the heck is this?
Yeah, Alberta's been the same. I'm like, what is going on? It's minus, I'd have to look right now, but it's in the minuses. It's cold, and then it's going up to the pluses again after today. So it's very much bipolar. Probably why I can't shake the pneumonia. Because when you go from minus like 40, 50 to like plus 10, like what?
Yeah, it's really hard, and I think that like that's part of why I've been so like irritable a little bit too. Is just my pain's been really bad, right? Because when it's cold like this, I tense up all my muscles, and that's the worst thing I can do. So whatever.
Yeah. Jenny, please don't get me. It's minus 33, Trevor. Thank you. Yeah, like it's cold out. The hoarding mess I can't handle. Like Sammy's apartment, I gives me like I suffer with anxiety and CPTSD. That's all I'm gonna say. And Sammy's apartment makes me freak out. Like I get freaked out. Um, I couldn't live like that. I'd feel very claustrophobic. I'm a very clean person. Like Trevor and I are both very clean. Our house is always clean. Things are neat and tidy. Like, mm-mm. But teach their own. Teach their own.
Uh, I'm a bit of a OCD myself, and I like to keep things tidy. And I think that was like one of my biggest issues when I wasn't having like when I have troubles with moving, right? And then I just feel like I'm slob, and then you get in that emotional circle, right, where you're depressed because your house is dirty, and then yeah. So I try to keep a routine, so it's easy enough.
Exactly. A routine is kind of key. I established that as a hockey mom where I would just do a little bit each day after work so that my weekends were free so I could spend them at the arena. But yeah, when I had pneumonia, was in hospital and came back, and I still like I don't have very like vacuuming takes a lot out of me. It really does. So I understand it. And yeah, you feel kind of like, ugh, like I could be dusting, I could be doing this, so I could, but we also have to give ourselves grace, right?
Um, yeah, I've learned it's like okay, it's not going to hurt me. Like there's dust on that. I can get that tomorrow when I'm dead because I feel better in the morning, right? So I get most
Same.
of my things done for the day by 9 o'clock. Like this morning, I've already done dishes. I've already done laundry. I've already got my dinner all like ready to go. So it's pretty simple. It's just,
Yep.
it's what functions, right?
Yep. I'm the same. I usually get everything done by, well, 11 because I'm slower moving. So 11, all my housework, dinners kind of prepped, whatever, everything's done by 11. And then I'm usually dead to the world. And I have to have a nap at some point because of the meds I'm on. They just make me tired, a little sleepy. I miss Steffi. And I've just accepted it right now. I'm like, I'm not going to get better if I just keep running on empty. Like, that's unrealistic. You have to let your body rest. So,
Yeah, I have insomnia too, so if I can sleep whenever I get tired, I just go and have a sleep because God knows when I'm going to sleep again.
yep. Yeah, that's not, I only had that during my pneumonia phase, like the very beginning. It was 3 days of no sleep, and I was in tears by like the second and third day. In tears. Like, I want to sleep. My body's tired. I could feel it. And then that next morning, Trevor's like, "We're going to the hospital. Like, you're not even sleeping. Like, you're not going to get better." And by then, it was like full blown pneumonia and all this shit. So I can only imagine. I can sympathize. How are you doing, Miss Steffi?
Yeah, I've been this way my whole life. My mom will even say, like, as a baby, she's like, "You were my first baby. I wouldn't have had any more children because I didn't sleep till my first day of kindergarten." And she's just
Oh
like,
my
"I don't know
goodness!
what's wrong with this." Yeah,
Wow. I only had the one, and he was a hard one. He was a tough pregnancy, tough delivery, all that. But I would do it again for him. But I definitely only had one because of that. I was like, that was a whole bunch of fun and all, but I'm good.
yeah. I was the same. Well, my pregnancy wasn't like no complications or anything, but I was very like I threw up all the time, and I don't throw up well. I'm not like I can handle pain, but tummy, nope. So that was about enough. It was like, nope. I threw up every single day, even the day I was in
Same,
labor. I was like,
same.
nope.
Yep. Yep. What is this?
Like,
Art Mag- no, we're
and
not close
like
to the same
everybody else are
topic.
like, oh, you forget the pain right after you have them. I'm like, nope, I didn't.
No,
But I also fell down a flight of stairs a week before I went into labor. So I had a broken tailbone. So yeah, it was like, yeah, no, I'm
no,
not going to
no.
forget that.
Yeah, tailbone pain is a different kind of pain. Whoa, I can't imagine.
Uh-huh. I'm pretty sure every part of my spine that you could fuck up, I have fucked up. So,
Holy JD. Poor girl.
yeah,
Wait.
that's what it is. I had my first back surgery at 26. So, I've lived with this for a very long time.
Trevor says he didn't feel a thing during childbirth. That's good, Trevor. Ladies.
If you ever have a kidney stone, you know what women feel like. You're just going to be like,
Yep.
oh my God. I don't wish that on you, though. I'm just saying.
Yeah. I don't want him to get one of those. I'll have to baby him and oh goodness. We're not having twins, Trevor. No. No, we're done. But we'll get that Cane Corso when we move for sure. I dare anybody to come to my house. Yeah, Mishi, that's a lot. So you were a surrogate? That's cool. Like, it's always a double-edged sword. People talk about it, right? Like, it would be, I thought about it. I was like, I would do it for my sister. If she couldn't have kids, I would do it. In a heartbeat, I would do it. Hey, Danielle, absolutely. It'd be horrible, but like, I would give her life for that.
Yeah, yeah, it takes a special person. I don't know. I was not one of those women who enjoyed being pregnant. It would be a different story, But I was just mean.
Yeah, I wasn't mean. I
So
was just
mean.
sick. Like, I was so sick. And like I said, I wouldn't do it for anybody else. But if my sister had wanted children and came to me and said, like, you're my only option, I would have done it for her. Anybody else, I'd be like, no. Hi, Mama Laura.
I did offer to my best friend though to donate eggs because like she doesn't have any.
There you go. How are you doing, Mama Laura? It's only minus 30 here. I'm inside. This is insane. This is not okay, JD. Like, how you
It's,
guys feel? Whew, you guys are a different breed out here. Good morning, Danielle.
it's bad when it's been like minus 40 and then the next day it's like minus 20 and you go outside and it's like, it's a beautiful day. It's like, no, it's
I
still minus
know. Yeah, I've had those days where it's been like minus 10. You go outside and you're like, it's beautiful out. My son looks at me. He's like, it's minus 10, Mom. I'm like, no, you don't understand. It's not minus 40. It's beautiful out here. It's like, shit.
20. It always makes me laugh because I caught myself doing that the other day. I just went outside in a t-shirt and I was like, oh, and I'm like, it was minus 20. And I was like, oh, it's nice out.
Yep, minus 9
That's
by
funny.
Tuesday. Yep,
Yeah.
it keeps
That I say it's
changing.
like, it just shows that I have an icy core that never thaws out.
Oh, dear. Minus 8 by Friday. Bring out the shorts. That's right, Nishi.
Yeah, I say that's sun tanning weather for sure.
Yeah, we're going to be plus 4 on when?
On Friday.
By Friday. I get out my capris and my flip-flops. Thanks, Mama Laura. You just reached level 11 on my team, whatever that means. Look at you go.
Oh, the team thing. Yeah. I don't do that. Sorry,
So
I'm a terrible supporter.
speaking of Mama Lore, I realized yesterday I got sidetracked. So I'm going to meet this beautiful human on my travels back to Ontario. I'm going to make a full stop, as she would say, full stop uh, in her area and make sure that I have adequate time enough to make at least one Ring video doorbell uh, camera video for her and Troy. Um, We're gonna have to go into the tickle trunk and put on a costume and embarrass ourselves. But I need to go get a hug from this woman. I've known her on this app for 4 years, 4+ years, and that woman's never wavered on me and been nothing but kind and put me in my place gently, lovingly, harshly, but in private when need be. And yeah, I look forward to meeting her. Nothing really embarrasses me anymore, honestly. Like ask Trevor, I do the most embarrassing shit. I don't care. You live once. So everybody look forward to that eventually hitting the algo.
That sounds like so much fun.
She's just such a sweet soul. Like she just really is. Hey, Illusion, welcome back. I bypassed her on the way in, so this time I have to make sure for my own sake because I won't be driving back anymore. It would just be flying, but we're not doing that until the plane crashes stop.
Crazy. Hey, how many plane crashes there been? Wow.
You know how nerve-wracking that is?
That
That's
last one in Pearson with that landed on its roof, like how does that even happen?
so someone said it was the wind. I think it was Illusion said it was the wind. They're still looking into it. So,
Video of it now of the plane landing.
oh, there's a video now of the plane
It
landing.
looked like the landing gear gave up.
Trevor says it looks like the landing gear may have given out, but kudos to the pilots and the staff on board because everybody has made it. Apparently, there's a child in critical condition. Um, Here's what bothers me is people are worried about missing their cruises. Do I need to remind you people of like 9/11 and how the world like halted because of a
No, you don't have to
tragedy?
remind me. You
Not
don't have to
us.
remind me because I lost a job because of it because I was waiting to fly up the top of BC there for a fly in fly out only camp and I couldn't go.
Wow. Yeah, because everything was grounded. All the flights.
And this was just a little like four-seater plane or whatever, just one little tiny planes. I couldn't go. So
Those are scary too, though. Have you watched La Bamba, JD? Like I've been afraid of little planes since I was a kid because of La Bamba and Richie Valens.
no, I've flown in so many little planes because I worked in fly out camps for like 3 years. So yeah. What was really scary is when the little planes would like circle the landing strip for a while, and they're like, "We don't know if we can land." And then they would land, and they're like, "Hurry up, get in it." I'm like, "You don't know if you can fly in this or land in this. Should we even fly in it?"
I know. Listen, I've been on big air like 737s where you're circling because they can't land. That's nerve-wracking too. So regardless if you're on a little plane or a big one, it's like, okay, I can tell we're circling. Like, what? Can someone get on the radio, please, and tell me what the fuck is going on here? Like, and I fly. Like, I'm a pretty chill flyer. I don't get amped up. Like, I don't get a lot of anxiety. Turbulence doesn't really phase me. I've flown quite a bit since I was a kid, so it takes quite a bit to get me worked up. I always pay attention to the flight staff. As long as they're cool, I'm cool. The minute I see them getting flustered, I'm like, what the fuck is up? You got to watch the flight staff.
I've never had any bad experiences flying, but I'm kind of nervous to get on a plane right now too.
I've had a few medical emergencies on flights. That's been scary. Um, I thought we were honestly going to get grounded on one flight when I was coming back from Ontario, and I was like, you like, holy shit, and like offered help to this man, and he ended up being fine. I'm not going to give any details because that's none of anybody's business. He was fine. Um, but that was scary, and I just watched a video of a man who had like a psychotic outrage. It was here on TikTok on a plane where he was like pulling a woman's hair in front of him, and the flight, it's American. It was American airline. The flight attendant was like punching the man who was having this psychotic episode in the face and like trying to get him to let go. And I'm thinking, I understand trying to diffuse the situation, but is that the best way to do it? Like the man's not in his right mind, right? I don't know. It was a really weird video to watch because I was like I get the anger and maybe like what's the word I'm looking for? Not knowing how to respond at
Yeah,
that
the panic
moment.
or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, like exactly the panic that would set in. But like I don't know if I would go right for punching someone in the face at that point if I knew they were screaming and you could see they were having a psychotic outrage. I'm not sure that's what I would go for. Thanks, Jenny. I'd probably try to restrain them first or have like other men help me restrain them. My last resort would be punching them in the face, but that's just me. Um, there are
Yeah,
there
for
are
sure.
lots of people I would like to do that. Jenny, so many roses. I love you, Jenny.
Say like I don't know how you think punching would de-escalate a situation, right?
Yeah. Jenny, thanks for all the gifts. We love you, Jenny.
Thank
Our
you.
little lot lizard. And I don't know what happened in the fight, in the storyline. I missed it. I need to catch up on chapters. I missed both our fights in Lisa Bella's story, but you kicked my ass both times, so good for you. But I love you. Like, I don't know why are we fighting? Why can't I want my character to fight someone else? I don't know who, but an elder's in on it. Like he thinks this is just great. I think he's trying to get in on it. Like get in on the storyline, who wants to bring more characters in, and anybody who like isn't having fun with it is, I don't know, maybe should look in the mirror. Piss is just drinking White Claws. Like I think he had 97 of them last night. Good morning, Pissy.
That tracks. I could see Piss drinking 97 White Claws.
Like literally every second of that chapter, it's like Piss is grabbing another White Claw. It's like, what is that? Like 87 of them now? 90, 92, 94. Like, man, yeah, I bet you're in a White Claw hangover, Pissy. Holy Moses.
Keeps it up. He's going to need like a liver transplant or something.
I know. But I like what Lisa Bell is trying to do. I know our conversation's really all over the place this morning. Everybody just deal with it. Um, it's me. I just really like, there you go. Cheers. I like that Lisa Bell has done that, and it stopped the fighting. I think that's bothering people because we're not fighting in there. We're just laughing and having a good time, and people are coming together. I've called Spicy out on her stuff, but I can still be civil to her. I don't have hate for her at all. I have a lot of respect for her. Same with Lisa Bell. There's a lot of people where I may not see eye to eye with you on things, but I don't want harm on you. And I think it's great to see us all in a group laughing.
I think that that would be the best solution to all these problems is if everybody just fucking stopped and went and had fun. It's like, hey, let's just have fun. Because it seems that that nobody wants to allow that, right?
Yeah. Yep. It's twisted humor. You guys have sick humor, blah, blah, blah. Like, oh my goodness. I don't know. It's funny. Like, I know Samantha's really upset about it. Really, she's not liking it. Well, perhaps it's because of what's being said about you, because it's the truth. And sometimes the truth is really a hard pill to swallow. I know, because I've had to deal with it in therapy years ago, honey. The truth is a hard pill to swallow. I know. But you have a choice to either do better and be better. Doesn't mean you're perfect. That does not ever mean that a person is perfect, but they're still better.
Well, it's a shame that she's upset by it, but like I don't know. I don't like what are you supposed to do? Just be like, hey, no, I can't have fun because like if it's really upsetting her, maybe if she had a conversation, they could change it. I don't know. Like I find a lot of the problems, and maybe I'm just wrong by saying this, is miscommunication and defensiveness right away. Yeah.
Absolutely. No, you nailed it, JD. It is. It's lack of communication for one, the assumptions, and I think the amount of just pure hatred. So that door is shut immediately to any sort of communication or compromise. You don't even need to come to a resolution per se, because you may decide that you hate that person forever and ever. Amen. Okay. But at least a resolution where you go, I just really don't care for you. So therefore, I'm just going to shut the fuck up about you. Instead, what Samantha does is, and I'm going to say it, and whoever's recording, send it back to her. We're not allowed to talk about you, which I'm going to do anyway, because go fuck yourself. But you can do it about us, and you do it every single day. So while you continue to do this behavior, Spicy, me, Doses, other people, Lisa Bella with the chat GBT are going to be here to mirror back your behavior. I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, I don't want to cause fights with anybody, but to me that seems like the easiest way is if you're actually having a real problem with it. You really it's really upsetting you. I'm sure if you have that conversation and you say how it's hurting you, maybe it can get changed that way. like, I don't know. I don't know how to be an adult, I guess, because like to me that's I mean I'm not following the whole story. I've come in a couple of times and stuff,
Hmm.
but um, I don't see it as anything hurtful, anything that I've seen anyway. You know,
Yeah,
stuff that you put into the AI. So it says that spotted slapping people with salmon, right? Well, that was a joke on the algorithm for a very long time. I I guess
yeah,
you own that assumption, you know, like it's not. We all know that it's so outrageously funny. She's not running around throwing salmons at people, right? Like you find the humor in it.
I think her biggest issue is she can't find, now it's just becoming petty. Yeah, maybe a little. I don't know, I haven't really listened. Like I missed a lot of yesterday and I don't think I'm like really in the plot too much, but um regardless, if you don't want to be spoken of, don't be on the platform making an ass of yourself, is how I look at it. Maybe take a look at what you're doing to other people and why maybe they're reacting to what you're doing before. And also, like you're online threatening people and you're threatening to dox them, Samantha, and you have threatened to dox their kids, but you want to be left alone. Like I'm trying to make sense of that. We have to leave you alone, but you get to do whatever you want. Honey, it don't work that way. Welcome to
Yeah,
the real world.
and like I said before with Jenny, it'll continue as long as everybody keeps taking shots, right? So if we wanted to actually stop, maybe we just move on too, right? And have our fun and do what we're going to do, and be like, okay, you don't have to like it, all right? Like
Yep.
you do because it's working. It gets everybody fighting all the time, all